For Florida's workers, making their way in the world today takes everything they've got. Unfortunately, the Florida Legislature is decidedly not a place where everyone knows your name. It's another week of cheers and jeers in the Sunshine State.
I was a big damn getting sworn in Boston City Council.
Oh yes, the beginning of your political career. It started out as a small joke and turned into an enormous one.
One of the most pressing concerns this legislative session has been the preemption of our cities and communities' rights to govern. House Bill 403 would allow businesses to sue local governments over any ordinances they disagree with, slowing down local governments to a standstill.
This bill will hinder our ability locally to protect our fragile environment. I live in Walton County, home to globally rare coastal dune lakes. I'm very concerned that this bill unfairly elevates business interests and will have disastrous consequences for our local conservation.
Every dollar the state takes out of the hands of our local governments means less something. Maybe it's a new park or an after-school program or whatever your favorite city expenditure is. This bill is the state legislature making a decision about how local tax dollars are spent and will result in less services to taxpayers.
We have a local process for weighing these competing interests that go into ordinances. And that local process is in local government. And what this bill does is say, once you've gone through that process, you then get to suspend the enforcement of the ordinance during the pendency of the litigation. And I just fundamentally disagree with that. I think it unnecessarily ties the hands of local governments.
It should not be about politics, it shouldn't be about corporate donations. It really should be about solving problems. And unfortunately, I feel like with this bill, you're taking away the ability of local government to solve problems.
House Bill 403 passed the House Civil Justice and Property Rights Subcommittee 12-6.
I was sitting there.
Oh, there was no one here when we came in.
No, I mean yesterday. And really, since the Ford administration.
Not everything this week was a total bummer. This week, House Bill 619, legislation that would help support good-paying American jobs by requiring American steel to be used on public works projects in Florida.
I just wanted to say that this bill does great things for America. Steel in America is stronger, is better built, it is less susceptible to corrosion, it is built in a manner that is better for the environment, and it will help our infrastructure.
This requirement is an elegant way to maximize every dollar that the taxpayers invest to increase jobs, improve infrastructure, and increase overall economic activity.
So I submit to you that the fiscally conservative option here is to support this bill, which is going to lead to the creation of good jobs here in America. It's going to prosper Americans.
619 passed the State Administrative and Technology Appropriations Subcommittee 12-2.
Family, breathe the democracy.
House Bill 943 was postponed this week. While the threat still lingers, it's a welcome respite for Florida's working people.
Wait a minute, Mrs. Darcy. Support toxic waste dumps? You'd never vote for this.
Of course not. I've given you posters of the issues that I oppose. Because if people think the Bundys are for them, we know the whole neighborhood will vote the other way.
Essential workers have been on the front lines of our state and communities throughout this pandemic. Our allies with 32 BJ SEIU, 1199 SEIU, gathered in Tallahassee to show some love for the working people who do so much for our communities.
How you doing? My name is Frank Bohan. I'm a skycap at Tampa International Airport. I'm a member of Local 32 BJ. We're up here in Tallahassee to let the representatives know who we are and what we're about. Unions are in Florida now, and they're here to stay.
Hi, my name is Sade. I'm an essential worker, and I'm with Fight for 15, and I believe in union for all.
Let's make a pact that we'll always take care of each other, that we'll never desert each other no matter what. You can count on me,
But
honey.
you think it's going to be that easy getting rid of me, Rose? That was rhetorical, Rose.
Florida's failing unemployment system has been a disaster in syndication and continues to let down Florida's working families. This week, members of the Working Families Lobby Corps joined Senator Randolph Bracey and Representative Dottie Joseph to call for reform for our heartless unemployment insurance system and for the passage of Senate Bill 1568 and House Bill 1489.
And just to highlight a couple things about this bill, it would only raise the unemployment compensation $100 a week, and it would extend the benefits from 12 weeks to 14 weeks. That is a minimal increase, but it will make a huge difference.
We have filed this bill because it's important. Whether it gets a hearing or not, we're still going to work behind the scenes to see what can be done. But it takes Florida from the bottom rung of states in terms of compensation and relief to at least the medium range. The people of Florida deserve that at minimum.
Our work for over 90% of our workforce dried up virtually overnight, leading many of us to apply with the Florida unemployment system. And we were very surprised and disappointed to find that it was not there for us.
This week's Florida's favorite recurring characters, the Working Family Lobby Corps, continued the fight for a more just Sunshine State, just like they have every week this legislative session.
Hello, my name is Joanne Alvarez, and I'm with the Federation of Public Employees in South Florida. I'm here to represent the working families in Broward County as well as the state of Florida. If you haven't come to see what the process is and learn about what your legislators are doing, please make it a point to try and do so.
I'm Steve Simon, and I'm with the Amalgamated Transit Union Local 1464, and I'm here with the Working Family Lobby Corps, fighting for working families. Together we fight and together we win.
Week 6 of the legislative session has come to a close, and so has this edition of the Florida AFL-CIO Legislative Update. Tune in next week for even more must-see TV.